welcome back. My name is Phil, aka JCServant the Utah, Polygamers with RPGamer.com, and welcome to yet another playthrough of Final Fantasy 1 as we continue. I believe this is part 5 we're up to now, and we are back in the Earth Cave. And if you jumped off, depending on where you jumped off on that last, YouTube video, we basically have gone out, got past the Earth Giant, gave him the crystal. We talked to an old man, and he gave us what we need to get further into the Earth Dungeon. Where now we're fighting trolls. Oh my gosh, it looks like Bianca from Street Fighter. That's insane. If you like what you see here, you can join me. I stream most nights starting at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time over on twitch.tv/rpgamer. Follow me at JCServant on Twitter to also catch when I'm going to stream. You can just follow us, of course, on Twitch, and you'll get the notifications when any of us are streaming. You can also join us on Discord at rpgamer.com/Discord, because we usually announce it on there as well. Oh, did I forget to do that? Did I do that this time? I don't know if I want to go up there or not. Yeah, I showed it off on... When did I show it off? Oh, it was a Thursday, that's why. I'll show it off again. I think it'd be good to do on the Saturday. You know, when Moogle's not here, my stream numbers go way down, so I need to do it on the night that Moogle's here. Oh, Sphinx. By the by, I have been playing Final Fantasy 2 off stream, and I'm really liking it so far. Ooh, those things are worth some XP, holy cow. Look at all that gil popping in, posse members. You never know what digits that's going to end up on. Well, they're trying to get through the fighters' defenses, and they're not doing a great job. No, but they are. Boy, that is some juicy XP. Monsters! Ooh, we do have a lot of monsters here. They're just kind of packed in together, too. I do notice how back in I believe in the original Nintendo, if I recall correctly, these things were kind of like on a tile basis and they didn't overlap, but here you can see there's overlapping of the monster, overlapping, over the giant's picture. Like a 3D, almost like effect, right? Layering. You know what, Chaos? When the music is this good, it's never overdosed, man. This is just phenomenal music, and I'm telling you, I am addicted to the Water Shrine. I can't wait to get to the Water Shrine. But I was listening to the full soundtrack because it's an option in the gallery, and holy cow, I can't wait to get to the Water Shrine and get back there. That ice giant hit everybody, of course, with ice. Did not realize that was a thing, but it hurt. This is where the potions come into play. I'll just use some of these guys up, because that's why you buy 99 of them for. Ooh, more. So... let's see here. I wonder if he's, like, very happy to be fired. Hit my wizard for 20, that's rude. No, first level spells really don't do a whole lot. A Hyenodon? Yeah, no, but it's the music here is just phenomenal. And you can hear the windpipes. Turn this up for a minute. Good thing this isn't like some sort of like ASMR stuff. I might have to start doing belly dances and taking off my shirt and stuff. Oh, let's see here. Where are we going next? There's a door way down there. There's a staircase over there. So we're basically kind of heading down to the left. Shame that the font is so messed up. Square Enix hasn't fixed it, which would be a problem when it comes to consoles. So, I personally am not bothered by the font. Yeah, I'll admit it could have been better, and don't think it's a big deal. But of course, if you're playing on the PC, you can easily change it. There's already people who've already got instructions to how to do it. I've not gone out and do it because it looks fine to me. Let's turn up the battle music. Very good. Let's see here. Well, Monk Happy, you're welcome to your opinion, but I'm gonna have to like disagree with the level of the level of burning, seething hatred over the font. Is it the best? No. Is it very readable? Abso-freaking-lutely. And honestly, when you look at all of the strengths of what they've done with this remake, the graphics are upgraded, the music is unparalleled. Oh gosh, I left somebody stoned. The music is just unparalleled. I can't say. I mean, you can hear the music. I just played it for you. And there's so many more good tunes, you know, on here. It is just so well done. That you know, I can to me it's like it's missing the forest because of the trees. You know, you got this really gorgeous forest and you got one ugly tree. Should they have taken care of the tree? Sure. But are you going to miss a wonderful walk through the park because, you know, a piece of trash didn't get picked up in the forest or whatever have you? I worked at Disney and Disney was immaculate with their attention to detail. You would hardly ever find a piece of trash anywhere because they were just so good at, you know, keeping up with that stuff. And that's what you paid them for, right? That's why you paid a premium to be there. Absolutely. But occasionally people are people and they, you know, they either made a wrong choice or whatever and something got missed. And if you allow yourself to miss the beauty of everything because of an imperfection, you know, that got overlooked or whatever the deal was, and you decide you weren't going to go to Disney because that's your call. But overall, as a whole, like, you know, I don't even know if I would say that you know, the font bothers me enough to even reduce it half a point. It's not that big of a deal. Now, granted, everyone can have their own opinion on, you know, how much that font drives them crazy. You'll notice that the font on the damage numbers are very old school, right? When you're looking at the damage numbers, you know, those are old school. And then when you're reading the experience and stuff, Then it goes more into the newer school, which lets you fit in more characters in a smaller space. You got all the space over here. Yeah, I mean, I could think we could have done it better and whatever, but I'm not going to defend the font as like the best choice at all. It is objectively not the best choice, but it also is not unreadable. It's not broken. It's not. It's not. You know, any of those things. I think it's for some people. I think it's arguably distracting, but I have seen worse. It doesn't distract me all that much. Doesn't distract me at all, really. I actually like this font for the numbers here. I just think they kind of went skinny on the letters, but I like this font for the numbers. I'm personally okay with the font for the whole thing. And I'm not even sure this would be like a super bug or whatever. I mean, this could have been like, they were like, yeah, they just thought that was, you know, the best for whatever reason. I don't know what, you know, what the development was like. I don't know what problems they faced. I don't know what money constraints and time they had. If you were listing all the things that they could spend time and money on, I think changing this font compared to the music, the graphics, the special effects, they tweaked the combat. They fixed a lot of the problems, the little bugs in the game systems. Things like that. I think those were all higher priorities, and just about every one of those other ones got checked off. I think having, you know, I don't know what kind of font you look for, something a little bit wider. I would say for this text, it needs to be wider, and then arguably some people would say it should look more old school. So there's a guy out there who's basically replaced the fonts with that you can download and put it in there, and it changes it out with Earthbound fonts, like the fonts from Earthbound. So you can go ahead and give that a try. I'm personally not even, and it's a very easy fix on the PC, but according to him, I don't know if it introduces problems or bugs or display glitches or whatever have you. So I don't want to hear like, oh, well, why didn't Square Enix just do that? It was so simple. There could be some other issues with changing out the font. I don't know, but regardless, I'm not even worried about it enough to. It would barely, if I'm writing the review for this game, you know, it wouldn't be a point off. It would be maybe a sentence in the review. Missed opportunity with the font that could have been done better. Moving on. Oh, we got some more gil here. Last digit of the guild right now is 5. Got lots of gil. Null Shock, Null Blaze, Null Frost is a 4th level spell. Jeez. But I am just impressed with everything else. Oh, look at that. It's a Null Frost spell. Oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't tried that before. Oh, he can sleep you. Wouldn't have seen that one coming. Now, I do agree with the sentiment. That games shouldn't be released in a broken state and then rely on customers to patch it up. But that's not what's going on here. This font is anything but broken. But I have played games with bugs. TAM goes up in level, hit points goes up to 481, level goes up to 27, agility and stamina go up to 24 and 28. Doomerang gains 4 more hit points and gains agility and luck. 2 gains 5 more hit points and gains agility and stamina. And Moogle gains 3 more hit points and gets a little bit of stamina and intellect. As he is definitely the smartest cookie in the canister. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you, Google. I don't like the font, um, you know, and whatnot. But I don't know if I don't know if the outcry is loud enough for them to go back and change it. I don't know, nor do I really care. As far as being a little bit hard to read, if you're playing on a computer screen like I am, so I'm playing on a 20, I think it's a 24-inch screen, and I'm roughly almost a little bit more than one hand distance from it, and I have to, you know, keep my glasses off to read anything. But it's easier to read than most web pages. You know, I have eye problems, as most people my age do. So you know, again, could it be better? Objectively, yes, it could have been better. I'm not defending it, but I don't find it unreadable in the least. There's a lot of Switch games that when you play them in handheld mode, and it goes down to like the 7-inch screen, it's a little too small to read for me. I also had that problem with Trails in the Skies, playing it on the Vita screen. Other people told me it was fine, but for me it was too small to read. I ended up getting it on PC for that reason, because to me it was like they took a 20-some-inch PC screen and shrunk it to a 5-inch screen and didn't do anything about the fonts, and it just didn't work for me. With the computer, 20-some inches, unless the text is like web page small, like standard web page font, that's where, you know, the fonts can be a bit bothersome for me. You don't even need a mod, by the way. You really don't need a mod. From what I understand, is that you just download a little file and you place the files, and it's right there in that folder, and it's done like that. And you can save the old files, of course. You just rename them something. I've done that before with modding games, like the simple mod. You know, it's like a simple swap out. So it's probably just as simple as changing out some of the image files in Baldur's Gate. It's really that simple, it seems, from what I read. Again, I haven't tried it. Yeah, you don't even have to download. Like, I'm not. If you guys know me, I really, really don't like to mod because it tends to introduce problems that can, for me, with my luck, it introduces problems. But here it really is just a quick swap out of a file, and I don't mind doing that. I replace all my Baldur's Gate images for my party with prettier people. I'll be honest. So yeah. No, well, mods usually require, and my mods usually require a little bit more. Usually messing with the library files, sometimes installing config files or exe files that work in conjunction. Like, some of the stuff usually involves more than just simply replacing out a simple file, a font file or an image file. That's just me. I know. Well, that's just Phil's semantics in my head. If I'm just replacing one image file with another image file, I don't really think of that as modding. But if I'm going in and I'm messing with settings that weren't meant to be messed with by the user, or I'm plugging in and swapping out library configuration files, or like when I did the long hair in Dragon Age Origin, that was definitely modding. Somebody did extensive work to get that to work with the program. You know, so... Alright, so let me say it this way. If I'm just replacing image files, it's not a big deal. If I'm replacing things that are more difficult than that, then I kind of I'm a little put off by it. Oh, we have a boss fight here, guys. Let's get ready for a big boss battle. Who speaks to me? But I want to talk about Peter's comment in just a minute. I'm going to get back to that. Let me fight this boss. I am he who feeds on the power of earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am Lich, fiend of... I should have saved. Fiend of earth. It's time for a boss battle. Come with that boss battle music. What do we have here? Ooh, should have healed before I touched the orb. Oops. let's do that. Let's haste up our fighter up here. It's a boss JPEG, that's true. I love that boss music though. It's epic. I only did 100 points. I was expecting more than that. Let's see if he likes to be hit with that. And let's try this slow spell. Oh, shiny. Oh, he liked that. Oh, don't sleep my mage. She's gonna cast epic slow spell on you. Nice epic slow spell again. There he goes. Epic slow. Oh, that looks painful. It's time for that new Hilara spell. It's hilarious. Fiery. And he goes down like... I don't know. There's not a lot of things going down. Prices aren't going down. Unemployment doesn't seem to be going... Anyways, he goes down. Big boss win. Now use Phoenix down. Oh, you can use Phoenix down on him? Is that a thing in this game? Use Earth Defense Force. That's not okay. Achievement unlocked, Earth's Blessing. Do I have the Earth Crystal lit up? I guess that means it's lit up. You can hardly tell it's lit up. Like, you're looking at it, you're like, is that lit up? I guess it is. We're looking at the screen. So just real quick on Peter's comment about the font that's a vector graphic when everything else is pixels. Yes, I would agree that is a... Like I said, I don't defend the font. I don't think it was a good choice. I just don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think it significantly detracts from the experience, but I do agree with you, by the way, that is definitely something that caught my attention when you have a very pixelated look for everything else to capture the spirit. We kind of got away from some of the more vectory looks of some of the newer remakes, right? Because people were turned off by the fact that the characters looked like they belonged on like an iPhone. They looked all smooth and dithered and whatever. And so we've gone back to the pixelated look for that, so I agree with you. The vector look on the graphics, especially the smaller text, is yeah, definitely. I agree with you. But I like how on the numbers, you know, they get that, you know, pretty cool. It would be nice to have that down here somehow too. But again, like for me, it's not. And if it bothers you, you're gonna play the PC. Just swap out the files and see if that swapping out files works for you. And let me know if it does. Love the victory song there. Yeah, I didn't even use a lot of my spells there. As far as the statistical increase on the level up, I don't know for a fact. If I had to take a guess, I would say it reminds me of, I forget which RPG I'm thinking about, where basically you get RNG, but what happens is underneath the hood, it does have a deterministic ideal of where you should be at. So as you fall away from that ideal due to bad RNG, your chances of getting increases in those areas goes up. And if you're above the ideal, conversely, your chances of future increases, you know, in those areas goes down. Yeah, it does look kind of like Final Fantasy 13 numbers. Let's see what happens when you hit a whole bunch of undead with a Holy Light spell. That's what happens. So, we did all this to help this little town out over here. Let's head back and help them out a bit. We are now 23 minutes away and change from our big bet. And right now, the last number is 7. Did somebody guess 7? Ooh. So Melmond. You know, their city doesn't look any better after I killed off the fiend of undead there. Words of light, we owe you our thanks. The Earth is returning to normal. Really? Because it really looks like an ecological disaster from where I'm standing. It doesn't look like it's improved at all. Stop by my father's shop, okay? Well, if he's going to give me some free, you know, stuff for saving you all, which really he should. Alright, so let's take a look here. Can now afford another spell. Instantly kills all enemies. I don't believe that for a minute. Teleports the party to the previous floor. Oh, we have to. That's right. We have to graduate to the next class to be able to afford or get the newer spells. Let's see what he says. Welcome. And yeah, I went to his shop and he's not really helping any. Let's talk with the other NPCs and see if they have anything to say. In the cave, in the southern tip of this continent, lives a man named Sada. He's a wise man who knows much. Yes, we talked to him already. Where's that light? It's gonna happen without you. There's Sodom and Vera is coming back. Yeah, no, it's really not. It still looks dead. I've heard the ancients possess something with the power to make ships float in the sky. That would be cool. Long ago, a prosperous civilization thrived in the Northland, and now it's in ruin. Well, that's what happens when you destroy the Earth. A giant living, yeah, we took care of him too. We can't afford this very expensive armor now with money left to spare. As when we went in there, we couldn't afford this. Did my armor even go up? Oh, I guess it did. Okay. Cool. Long ago, Melbourne was a beautiful town, blessed by the world's riches. Yeah, like, when you look at this, for example, okay, I mean, you do scratch your head and you're going, look at all the empty space there in that box. You could have made that font a bit bigger and easier to read. And I can imagine if you put this on the Switch, on that smaller screen, we'll be a little bit more concerned with people with weaker eyes. I don't think it will make them blind, because I've seen worse. I don't think it will be completely unreadable on the Switch, because again, I've seen worse. But, you know, it's just a wasted, no doubt it was a missed opportunity. But I think everything else, there's nothing else in here so far that I'm like, man, I wish they had tightened this up. I mean, they got this nice mini-map here that works really nice with the bad font. So we've explored this whole area now. And let's see here. So we did the Cavern of the Earth. And now we're ready to go on to the Crystal of Fire. Which I remember, it's this area over here. And I'm looking at that map. I'm trying to remember how you get there. I guess by, do I have a canoe? I'm trying to remember if I have a canoe. Or you head due west. We'll see what happens here. You try to enjoy. Oh, did I not rest? I didn't rest, did I? This is oh wait, I owe Chaos a story, don't I? Chaos, have I told you the story about Obama? And the meeting that never happened? Let's stop at the end here. Pleasant dreams. I don't recall. How could you not remember a story about President Obama if I told you a story? It's President Obama. I mean, he's known all over the world as the, best president ever. Ever. All right. At least we're rested now. So, oh, but real quick on these Final Fantasies, I have played a little bit of 2 and a little bit of 3 on various other remakes and through emulation, and I didn't really care for either 2 or 3, but this remake on 1 was done so well. That's why I started playing 2, and I'm liking this time around. And part of it is, of course, the graphics and the music are definitely a step up. They use the exact same fonts, for better or for worse. And then, well, it's just for worse, let's be honest. And then, but they've also tweaked the leveling formulas, and of course 2 has a completely different leveling experience. I've talked about that before. I showed y'all the other day. So they are, but it's definitely been tweaked, and it feels like a good experience, and I like it because it has me completely thinking differently about the standard grind. Like with this game here, it's pretty much just, attack, heal type of thing. So it's nice to have something that's a little. I'll put my face up there so you can see what's. Just kind of slide off to the side here. Whoop. All right. Speaking of empty and wasted space. So yeah, so I had so I used to work for a hotel, and we were lightning everybody, and I was a manager, at the hotel. Well, I had a friend who was getting married in another city, so I asked for some days off so I could attend that. And a couple of days before I was supposed to leave for that little road trip, the big boss pulled all of us little bosses in, and he said, hey, I just got notification from the government. We got a bid from the government for Obama, his entourage, the Secret Service, the whole 9 yards to stay here. And, and there's going to be obviously some process and procedures that everyone's going to have to be on top of. And we're going to have to jump through some hoops and background checks and all this other jazz because he's going to be in the hotel with us. And, I mentioned, well, I've got days off. And he's like, you don't want to, change that. So, because you could, be in the hotel with all. Like, he's going to be like literally living, sleeping, staying here, whatever. I'm like, yeah. So they started all these background. The Secret Service came in first. They do background checks and everything. And they did that right after I had left for my vacation. So I got to hear about this all later on from the other managers. Obama did spend time in the hotel, and they got pictures taken with him. He was very nice to his staff, very nice to the other people. He went to the gym, worked out. It was a big hoo-ha. Secret Service with them everywhere, the whole 9 yards. They had vehicles surrounding the hotel, like big trucks and stuff, so no one could even see inside from outside the road. They're that protective. And it was something else. I was in Vegas the whole time. Now, ooh, wow, those are ugly. So they When he had arrived in town and he started staying at the hotel, of course, the news and the press, caught wind of it. At that point, it's, they're going to see his entourage and limos coming in because nothing was announced. And my friends who know where I live and stuff were instantly like texting me going, "Hey, do you know Obama's staying with you? Are you excited?" Da, 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 da. I can't tell you how many texts I got. I didn't even know how many friends I had, or people who say they're my friends, until that was happening. Like I said, it was a big to-do. And I guess people, well, I want to say they're really not my friends, because if you're my friend, you know me, right? I think friends know each other. And if you know me, you know that I honestly don't give a poo-poo, of who's who, I don't care if you're a big rock star. I don't care if you're a big movie star. I don't care if you're the president, whatever have you. You put on your pants one leg at a time like the rest of us. So I was just like, so Obama's staying at the hotel. Lots of people stay at the hotel. You guys never reach out to me when, Susie the businesswoman stays at the hotel or anybody else stays at the hotel. Why is this any different? So I kind of got a little, not too cranky, but I kind of rolled my eyes cranky at that. So that's my story for the day. All right, so we're at Crescent Lake. Where we can buy a lot more potions again, and heck, we can afford a bunch of these potions. Maybe not too many. I won't need that money for something else. I really do like the fact you got ethers here, so there's a lot less reason to hoard your magic points, which I've been doing. But really, with these ethers, they're not that expensive. There's no reason why not to be a little bullish with your magic points in this iteration, which is another one of those big improvements with this game. You didn't have ethers back in the original. I don't know about the PSP remake or not. Probably because the PSP remake had magic points. I do like the older spellcasting system when playing older games. And I wouldn't mind it in newer games if they found a way to, if they figured out a way to make it more entertaining than this. This is a very basic set of spells, so it doesn't really let the magic system shine. But it is, there are problems with just having one big pool of magic points that we never talk about when we talk about game design, but we've just kind of just accepted. It's just like everyone accepts the pollution, involved with cars, for the most part, because you really need to drive. So, oh, we got a buckler. What are we at? We are at 11 minutes before we take a gander at our gold, and someone might be a lucky winner for tonight. Yeah, I want nothing to do with my birthdays, yeah. Let's just switch my phone off. Just don't tell you when it's your birthday. I don't either. Chaos, I'm with you 120%. 100. I am totally with you. Probably should sell some of this old stuff. Keep a hold of these specific swords because I remember vaguely that might be something in the later on where you wish you had like a sword that was against whatever when dealing with a particular boss. So I'm gonna hold on to that for now. Yeah. Yeah, you don't need my services. I can't remember how you resurrected dead people in the original Final Fantasy, if that was a thing or not. My husband's always traveling, and in little time he is home, he sleeps all day. I think he needs to get his priorities straight. Preach it, sister. Preach it. So he can't do Quakens, but he can do Thunderaga. And boy, is that an arm and a leg in a first board. Paralyzes one enemy. I'm not familiar enough with death and stuns. We're getting into these higher level spells to know if these are effective against bosses. Against regular monsters, I'm gonna use a Quake or a Thundaga. I don't think I would death or stun them, so I don't want to spend any money on those just yet. Can always come back here later. Keep one of everything just for that Pokeball. How to catch it all. So you have stone in here that cures stone, but you got items that do the same thing. Teleporting out dungeons is really cool, but you can't learn it because she needs to be promoted. Protera raises the entire defense, and this is all their evasion. Those definitely sound worth it. I'm all about my buffing spells. Let's see here. We got a mithril sword and a mithril axe. Okay, there we go. Let's see what else this guys have to say. Z, it's a gravestone. So has anybody actually told me anything that, you know, kind of helped me? Oh, hello, bridge. Like, no one's really told me anything of where to go next, but I remember the Circle of Wizards here. OMG, this is so long ago. I am Lucan. I see a cycle of wrath, a dim light guided by destiny, about with which our entire future revolves. Well done, warriors of light, you've defeated the Fiend of Earth and restored the crystal's light. Sadly, this has drawn the notice of the Fiend of Fire, who was not to have stirred for another 200 years. Take this canoe and go feast the Fiend in Mount Gulg. You tame a canoe. That's definitely a canoe. The volcano Mount Gulg rises to the west of this town. The Fiend of Fire long slept within its passages, but she has awoken 200 years before her time. Vanquish her before the world is consumed in flame. Bring the light of the four crystals to us, warriors of light. Only you can do this. When all four crystals shine once more, return here. All will be revealed. When the Fiend of Fire passes, all is engulfed and flamed. The Fiend of Earth rots the land. The four fiends plot to rule the world, both past and present. The Fiend of Wind appeared 400 years ago, followed 200 years later by the Fiend of Water. Together they laid waste to the civilization in the north. The source of the four forces are the altars scattered throughout the world. Defeat the fiends that have not taken root there, and lift up the crystal you carry to the altar. The crystal will regain its brilliance. Fire, earth, wind, water. Go, Captain I'm sorry. These are the four forces that compose our world. Four great crystals exist in this world. The light that once shone in them is now lost. The four fiends of chaos block the power of the crystals, claiming it as their own. 12 sages are we, guided to this land by the stars and prophecies. Okay, so the most important thing there is I got the canoe. Yeah, I did interact with the giant crystal, and if you look at the status screen, it's kind of hard to see, but the crystal of Earth is a brighter sheen of white here in the middle than these other ones. I think they could have made this look prettier, but speaking of, it ranked right up there with the fonts. Oops. We're getting stuck on. So now we've got the canoe, and now we can get out. And we have 5 minutes left before we see who is, if we have any winners tonight on our big wheel bet for the posse. Our posse members get to play games while I stream, and you can be a member of the posse, and you can play games with us by joining us on Twitch. And our lucky winner tonight is going to get to spin the Wheel of Fate. So we don't know how this is going to end, but we are down to 5 minutes and change. Ooh, Dimmerang got hit hard. Actually, I probably should see if I could buy some more just while I'm here. I think I got a tent or two, but like a full tent that restores all the magic points. Let's see, I got sleeping bags for hit points, but cottages give you hit points and magic points. I'm not sure what tent does for if it's probably just like 1 or 2 magic points a level. They're much cheaper. We'll grab a couple of these. Alright, so we got to use the canoe to get to the... Looking at the mini-map here. So I believe we need to get here, which means we need to take the river in the canoe all the way around to get to that. Or do we take the river and get to this cave over here? Because I think you can take... No, you can't get up there just yet. You need to come over here to get up there. Interesting. It's like a little maze here. It's like this in Final Fantasy II as well. Oh, cool. They got a little river graphic here. Oh. Oh, these hit hard. Ooh, we are down to 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And right now our gold is ending in 6. I know somebody picked 6. Somebody had picked 6. Let's see here. I think I want to go to the right and then up and around. Just enough time to make some instant noodles. Oh, they are instant. We are now down to 2 minutes and change. Now, that's an even 2,000 gil. So that means it's probably still a 6. The 6 might hold it here. See what happens. Ooh, these guys do hurt. But they do give out a lot of XP as well. Eight gil? Oh yeah, it's on an 8. Did anyone pick 8? We're down to just 2 minutes now. Did somebody pick 8? Ooh, the fire. The fire volcano. Oh, only like level 1 enemies here. Oh, we're down to 1 minute and change. It's 58 after the hour, so... Uh-oh, the gil was an even number. It's still an 8. I think we'll have time for one more fight. We'll have time for one more fight here in the Fire Temple. Mount Gulg. Mount Gulg. Oh. Uh-huh. Do we have to walk through the lava and hurt myself? Alright, this is probably the last fight here. Somebody picked Final Fantasy 8. Oh, it's a 9! That rolls it back to a 7. Who picked Final Fantasy 7? Somebody picked 7, right? Unless I get into another fight before the clock moves over to 10. We'll see. I'm gonna use, I've got a sleeping bag here. That looks kind of disturbing, actually. I'm not gonna... Come on, Cappy had 7. See if I had another battle before it flips over to 10. I'm watching the clock real closely. Oh, it's still not 10. This fight counts. Let's see what happens. Watching the clock. Still 9:59. 10. And it's an even number gil. Level up. Tam goes up to 8 hit points and gains a point of strength and luck. Doomerang goes up by 25 hit points, gains strength, agility, stamina, and luck. Chew goes up by 25 points, strength, stamina, and intellect. And Moogle goes up by 3 hit points, gaining some intellect and agility. Yep, looks like you are the big winner, Moncappy, and you're going to get a stat boost on top of that. So hang on. We're going to continue to go through this dungeon here. And I haven't seen how much this fire's hurt my hit points any. Looks like we're kind of okay. Let me just see if there's anything in this floor of the dungeon I missed. Nope. Gosh, without that mini-map, you'll be like looking all over for those treasure chests. Oh wow, look at all this. Oh yeah, nothing insane about this at all. Oh, and Moogle had 6, so Moogle gets a spin too, right? Without the buff. Monsters. Good call. Good guess on the numbers tonight, guys. That worked out pretty well. Ooh. Those fire elementals weren't too bad. Obtained a mithril helm. So we're getting some good stuff. Let me go down and get that treasure chest down there. Why did they change the name? I think it used to be called Guru Volcano. How dare they? I don't know. It's a good question, Moncappy. I don't remember. Uh-oh. That's not nice when they get first turn. Ouch. Those things are worth some lead XP, though. Gotta give them that. Monsters! Would have never guessed there'd be monsters in there. The horror of it all. Let's see. Could be a Japanese thing. I think my favorite party to use was Red Mage, Black Mage, White Mage, 2 Black Mages. Holy cow. That would be a very magey party. Yep, I go with the old standby, well-balanced party, so to speak. Let's see, we've got a chest over up there on the left, so we'll try to head up for that. It's a very red dungeon. The theme of this dungeon is red. It would be a shame if the enemy had Reflect. Well then, wouldn't you cast Reflect on yourself so it would reflect back on them and get through their Reflect? Or is that not a thing in Final Fantasy 1? I don't remember what the higher level mechanics are. With your incorrect opinion. Monsters. Preemptive Strike. Preemptive Strike just means merge they're over. I think this is one of the things that I don't miss about the older school RPGs is that, you know, the trash mob fights, ooh, great sword, really don't require any sort of really paying attention or strategy. You were just attack, and then heal after the battle, and, you know, that's all you had to really do. It was your best chance. Great sword gives me a little bit more chance to hit, but the attack goes down. Yeah, not worth it. So I just wasn't you know, I really didn't care much for this formula back in the old days. It's a little bit better here with the remake because you can do auto attack, it's faster. And I think one of the cool things that Final Fantasy II does is when you're attacking, attack heal will work just fine, but it's not the best way to level up your team. So you'll want to pay attention and use some other skills in the trash mob fights in order to effectively strengthen your team. You guys are so salty today in the chat. What is it? Why are you guys so salty today? What is it? Did y'all get put back on some you know, some COVID restrictions or something? What's up with that? Monsters, who's salty? Everybody in the chat's salty. So when I get through with Chaos and Moogle, anybody else who cares, and I'm happy to hear your opinions, but right now, my thinkology is when I get done with Final Fantasy 1, that Shadowrun, as we've talked about, the Shadowrun RPGs will kind of be our go-to full Let's Play games. You know, that I'll be working. Whoa, that's a lot of gray oozes. And that's a lot of gray oozes. That's quite a few gray oozes. Okay, they're vulnerable to physical attacks, that's good. But if you have a strong opinion, let me know, but I think that's going to be the next full Let's Play game. And I think I'll just maybe do all my streams. I'll do sometimes where you see like oh, look at all those traps. Holy cow, it's the world's biggest, hugest conglomeration. What is this? What is this room on the left? Oh, it's got a door down there that just goes up in a circle, so you'd waste your time going up. And boy, I'm glad they gave you the map. I mean, you could FAQ all this, but they just built it right in, so you can see that going in the door on the left is a complete waste of time. Going on the right, get you all of this elite loot. So why did I go up for? No reason. Oh, but there's a boss guy waiting in front of elite loot. Alright, we are going to quick save just to be on the safe side. Let me check my hit points out. Go ahead and use some potions to top these guys off, just to, again, be on the safe side. Or if I can sneak by him. Oh, check it out, you can sneak by him! Oh, that's hilarious. I'm still going to attack him, that's XP. It's just fire elementals anyways, we got this. We got this. Oh, you guys are so silly. Oh, yeah, Grandia. And you know what, I was thinking about the idea of like doing a rogue for an hour or so, like I did today. Then we do a break, and then we flip over to like whatever the Let's Play is. It kind of breaks things up rather than having the same game for 3 hours. I don't know. Mithril Axe. That's what I'm using now. 1760 gil. A Mithril Shield. Monsters! No, we were doing like the remake Shadowrun Returns, yeah. And then move our way into the other Shadowrun games after that. I think that Shadowrun Returns isn't too long. Alright, Tam goes up a level, gaining 8 more hit points, some agility and stamina. Doomerang goes up, gaining 26 hit points and some stamina. Moogle gains, 23 hit points and a point of agility, if my math is correct. I just realized I missed a treasure chest down there. Oh, you're wanting to play it too? Cool, cool. Chew goes up by 6 hit points, gaining some agility and stamina. Phoenix down, what I've always wanted. Oh, my stars is a whole bunch of Centipede. Let's see here. Wonder if they're probably not immune to fire, they're just centipede. Let's see what happens here. I'm kind of curious what the fire's going to do to them. Oh, yeah, no, they crispy fried as good as anything else. Oops, I accidentally cast it again. Oops. Nah, that's probably overkill. Hey, thank you for following RPG Network 4. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the show. And whatever have you. Oh, lots of comments here. Let me read what you guys are saying here. I don't know why the chat's not letting me look up at it. It's being very onery. There it goes. Let's see here. It's a good beginner RPG. Not too long or deep. It's pause and play. No, I'm pretty sure Shadowrun Returns and the Shadowrun games are turn-based, aren't they? XCOM Light, yeah. XCOM Light Combat. So, RPG Network, are you playing anything new, fun, and exciting lately? Tonight we played Crown Trick here, and we're playing Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. As I'm doing my complete playthrough for our YouTube library over at rpgamer.com. I really should have turned off the automatic Fire Raga casting. Oops. Yeah. We're not the biggest fan of the pause and play. High Potion, Mithril Helm. There is a couple of pause and play games specifically designed for the pause and play, unlike, let's say, Baldur's Gate, which wasn't. It was a turn-based RPG system, you know, the D&D system, and it was crammed into this pause and play thing. And there was, for those of us who were used to a turn-based system, there were definitely, you know, a bunch of drawbacks, and it didn't feel the same. It didn't even feel that great compared to just doing it old-fashioned turn-based. But there are games that are made from the ground up for the pause and play combat system. There are RPGs with it built in mind, and those were designed better. Tower of Time, I believe it's called, comes to mind, and it's a good. It's something good for people who like the pause and play combat system. I suggest you take a look at that. Of course, there's, you know, other games like Tyranny and the such that aren't based off the D&D system and work pretty well. Boy, this thing's almost amazing even with the map. Take a Rung Turk at Albuquerque and you're going to get a few more random encounters than maybe you wanted. Finish Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. Isn't it glorious? I really love this remake. I'm not a big fan of the older turn-based RPGs, but the phenomenal music and the upgrading graphics and the quality of life improvements really come together, I think, to make this a compelling package, even for somebody like me who's kind of moved on from these kind of games. Dark. Oh, that's rude. Status ailments. Super rude. It's not gonna stop from hitting you 5 times and knocking you flat on your giant behind. Okay, glad that one doesn't carry. It's one of those statuses that don't carry over. Poison doesn't carry over in Final Fantasy 2, but it carries over in Final Fantasy 1. Yeah, the sunglasses, right? Kind of iconic. Let's see here. We need to get to that door over there. Walking fast helps. Going right down to combat pretty quick fast. Pick up your XP and get a move on. Alright, so we've got 428. That's only 1 hit point a block. Okay. Oh. I didn't even realize that door was... Oh, that probably would have made the trip back a lot. Okay, stupid me. Well, I got free XP. It saves me some grinding later on. Need to look at the maps a little more carefully. They were really pretty good about making these places kind of mazy, even with their, you know, the lower block count and stuff they would have back in those days. Yeah, it's called Don't Pull It Up and Look at It. No, the mini-map I think can be turned off. You're talking about the mini-map in the corner, but the big map here, you just don't press the button and don't look at it. But I think in this game it doesn't really matter because all that means is you're going to be walking around hitting dead ends more often, getting into more random fights. It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, right? If you don't grind enough because you got lost, you're just going to grind more in the overworld anyways, right? So, yeah. And the more you wander around, the easier the game gets because you grind too much. So it still makes the game easier not using the map. In fact, it could be argued using the map makes the game objectively more difficult because you're skipping out on random encounters that would have leveled you up otherwise. So think about that one. Haha. Deep thoughts. Ooh. A red giant. A fire Gigos. And now he's a dead fire Gigos. It's really fun that lava only does 1 point of damage. Like, that was real lava. The freaking dude be doing more than 1 point of damage. Oh, stars. That's probably not gonna work. I see it as a quality of life thing, but games work fine without maps. Yeah, you know, your mileage is gonna vary. Oh, that looks funny when they start beating the crud out of each other. When it comes to really old school games, you know, especially the ones with like the first-person perspective, some of those dungeons could get very, very confusing if you didn't stop and map them out. We had a big conversation about this in another Discord that I'm on, where we were talking about the whole thing about drawing out the map and stuff. And yeah, it could definitely, you know, if you weren't drawing maps, you could definitely really get lost in some of those, and eventually you would die or just get frustrated. So you need to keep track, you know, on a paper. And then they built auto map, and it's kind of convenient. And if you don't want to look at the auto map, you want to draw it on paper, you can still do that. But personally, I prefer auto maps because I don't want to be drawing on graph paper when I'm playing. It's certainly nostalgic, and Etrian Odyssey is really cool because you can do it on the second screen. I like that, but half the time I end up turning it off and just doing auto mapping because, you know, wow, okay. Oh goodness, the fun doesn't end with this floor at all. Yeah, yeah, when they all look the same, especially in the first-person perspective, man, it got really bad. It got really bad in those games. I don't know, I'm debating whether or not I can make it to the boss here before my time is normally up. Walking fast helps. Constant, non-stop. Random battles doesn't help. But they're pretty quick. Man, we're gonna level up again. Zoom. Love Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Planning to stream this on PSP. Well, that would be pretty epic if you did like the PSP remastered and was able to stream that and then, you know, compare it to this. I think that would be pretty epic. Ooh, a red dragon. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. We have Null Fire, Null Blaze, that's what I'm looking for. And let's go ahead and use one of our high potions. Keep him alive. I do like the way that fire shield looks. Oh, I did all that for that. Oh, he's got some good XP. I'm gonna zip past these level ups here. We're gonna try to press forward here as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, I do need to use some potions to kind of get us back on our feet here. Oh, more monsters. Of course there's more monsters. Right. That worm has... Did y'all see how that worm has slime coming out of its mouth? I do think the game's kind of in love with its random encounters. And back in the old days, you know, when you're playing this on the original Nintendo, and all you had were like potions and stuff, it was really, you know, really a fight for your resources. Can he equip shield? Let's have him equip the fire shield. Not a thing. Okay. Ice brand. Ooh, hello, magic ice brand's sword. Alright. Good thing we stopped by there. Alright, so our next destination is that door all the way over there. I was hoping we'd run into some more random encounters on the way. Oh, they do like that new ice brand sword, though. We'll give them that. Zoom. We need some good ground. Oh, fire hydra. Oh, we got initiative. He's dead. Heal everybody up after running through the fire lava of death. Oh, it's a big, huge worm with saliva flying out of his mouth. Because why wouldn't it be? Alright. Well, we still got one more door over there, it looks like. I love the new pixel malls, yeah. No, I haven't forgotten about your spin. We're trying to get to the... trying to wrap this one up. So that's what I'm debating, is whether or not I can get through this fire boss here before we have to wrap this up for the evening. Oh, what do you know for once you had treasure chests without monsters hiding inside of them? Got these big minotaurs, purple minotaurs. Who knew? Who would have guessed that minotaurs were purple? So, monster speed bumps. That's what they are. They're speed bumps as you're speeding around. The black wizard does more damage than the white wizard does with his staff. So we just kind of zip through these. New sprites better look better in motion than screenshots. Yeah, no, I really like them. Yeah, you're right. It does look better. You know, here. Yeah, I do wish, in a lot of RPGs I played later on, I'm not gonna, you know, criticize it on an old game like this, but I was kind of wishing that, that the monsters had more movement. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, well, I think we'll save this for next time. So if you're watching on YouTube, this is where we're going to end this particular segment of the show, but keep watching the playlist. We post one of these every day, and you'll get to see more Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remastered. But thanks to you, for those of you on Twitch, stand by. We still got some more games. But for those of you on YouTube, again, my name is Phil, aka JCServant, the Utah Poly Games with RP Gamer, your source for news, reviews, and home to the best gaming community on the net. Come by and visit us over at rpgamer.com. And until next time, this is Phil signing off, hoping that all your future adventures give you the ice sword that you need. Have a good night, or day, or afternoon.